Hello everyone, and Helmus, this is about you. I'm so honored to serve as your superintendent. I had the privilege, ladies and gentlemen, to meet this lady 7 years ago. And the time that I met her in my interviews, I realized she's very quiet and was very cleanly attuned to me as we went through the interview process. But me, that I find out, she had much to say once I became superintendent and leader of this district. Mrs. Helmus, it's been a privilege to serve with you. You have been an incredible influencer in this school community and in public education. As school board president, we've achieved much under your leadership, and your service as school board member is one to be remembered. So it's an honor to have worked with you. Over the last 7 years, you've had a great impact on me and the many students and faculty members in this district. And I just want to congratulate you and say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all that you have done as our leader and school board member. Thank you.
Carol, where do we start? From the first time you met with me at St. Luke's Church, when I was trying to decide whether to run for a school board, you left me 3 important nuggets that I share with others. Ask me the same question. 1, make sure you have the time to commit to reviewing the documents, because it's more than just attending school board meetings and work sessions. 2, be willing to ask the tough questions that just doesn't feel right in your gut. And 3, having the courage to stand up to address the issues that sometimes might not be the most popular. I've carried that throughout. Thank you for that information. In addition to that, Carol, hey, thank you for being a sounding board for me, providing advice to me, making me think about things in a different way. I appreciate that. And then last, Carol, you'll be missed, but your legacy will continue in this district. Our community has benefited greatly just by you being a citizen here. I want to thank your family for sharing you with us. Thank you for all that you've done. Best wishes and best of luck in all your future endeavors. And I almost thought about doing a TikTok, but I thought, well, I better not do that. Again, thank you for everything. Thank you.
Congratulations, Carol, and thank you for your many years of service to our community as a member of the Board of Education. I still remember the first time that we worked together. You were a parent at Fall Creek Valley, and I was the principal at Craig Middle School at the time. And we were working together on a middle school improvement committee. And I remember your passion and your commitment, particularly around the issue of high ability access for all students. And that passion and commitment and your ideas really made an impact on me and really was the seed of much of the high ability programming we have at the middle school level now. And so for that, I thank you. I wasn't a bit surprised a year or two later when you came to visit me at Craig Middle School and said that you were running for the board and that you wanted to get down to the personal level, get down to the building level and find out what the needs were and what the issues were. And I so appreciated that as a building principal. And then as we fast forward just a few years, as we parented at Belzer Middle School and shared those many hours with our families at the volleyball tournaments and shared the joys of raising adolescents and the occasional conversation at Butler basketball. Those were fun times for us as families, and really appreciated the conversation and the opportunity to get to know the whole Helmus family and be a parent to you as a board member and a parent to Caitlin as she went through middle school. And through all those times, through all those years, we've seen such challenges and changes in public education. And through all of that, you have led as a board member with a sense of passion, a sense of purpose, a sense of the highest commitment to providing the very best that we can to our community in terms of education, no matter what the issues were at the state level, no matter what the issues were that we were working through at the local level. That commitment and your high expectations have made me a better educator, and for that, I thank you.
Thank you, Carol, for your many, many years of service to Lawrence Township, for your service to our administrators, staff, teachers, and most importantly, our families and their students. It's hard to believe that our graduating seniors were first graders when you first began on the school board. And I remember when you decided to run for school board, you called me and I was in my basement and I asked, so what motivates you? What's your passion for being on school board? And you were very clear. You wanted to represent families who were not being heard in the district at that time. You wanted to represent neighborhood families, families who sent their children down the street to school, and you were one of those families too. And I think this passion for listening and advocating for students of all racial and economic backgrounds is what your mark has been on our school district. I appreciate that you have made very difficult and unpopular decisions to ensure that every student has the opportunity for their best selves. I thank you for your service. Lawrence Township thanks you for your service, and you will be very missed.
Hey Carol, this is Jeff McKean. I just wanted to, first of all, say I'm miserable at these selfie videos, so please excuse the photography here. But I just wanted to say congratulations on your tenure with the school board and your retirement. That's an incredible accomplishment. After someone that just served one term and knowing the time and the commitment that it took for that one term, and to see that you served 3 is just absolutely incredible. I think during the time I was on the board, I figured up at one point that I had participated in over 100 publicly noticed meetings, which obviously, as you know, doesn't count all those other functions and committee meetings and various other activities that you go through. So I just can't imagine the number that you could get to over those 12 years. The thing that I remember most about our time on the board, I think I'm very, very proud of that service and what we did. I think it was an important time for the school corporation, and I honestly think that we really made a difference. And one of my lasting memory, I guess, about that is, as a board, I don't recall in my mind any major disagreements or problems that we had amongst each other. I think we didn't always maybe agree on everything or come from the exact same perspective, but I think we respected each other's opinions. We listened to each other, and ultimately we came to a consensus that normally worked out. And I just think it was a good functioning board. I've always been very impressed with you as president, and I know walking into some meetings, coming straight out of work, and being able to step in and take over and run those meetings immediately is a pretty daunting responsibility, and you did it with grace and really just performed an excellent service to the school board. So again, I'm not going to make this any longer, but congratulations to you and Mark and the whole family, and we hope you enjoy your retirement and maybe have a few extra Monday nights to yourself from now on. So congratulations, thank you for a tremendous job well done, and wish you the best of luck. Hope to see you soon. Take care.
Hi Carol, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for your service and your leadership to Lawrence Township Schools. It took a lot of courage for you to get involved, because as you well know, back then things were a bit chaotic around here, and you stuck with it. You dug your heels in, you didn't let go, you asked the tough questions, you took the difficult phone calls, but through your leadership and your actions, I think it's easy to say that Lawrence Township Schools is in a much, much better place as you leave it than when you came. And it has a lot to do with you and the folks that are willing to take a role and to be part of this community. And so I thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Carol, I can't believe you're coming to the end of your terms in office as a school board member. You obviously were here before I arrived. In fact, I remember consulting with you about even running for school board in the first place. You've been a great colleague to serve with on the board. I can't imagine serving the final 2 years of my current term without you being on the board. You've just shown great leadership, and you've served every single role one could serve as part of the school board, and you've done it with distinction. If we had a true Hall of Fame of school board members where only certain people could get elected, you would be a sure first ballot inductee into the School Board Hall of Fame. So thank you for everything you've done. It's been a pleasure to serve with you.
Ms. Helmus, it has been amazing leading alongside of you. I know that I haven't been with the board long, but I will say you have left an impact on me. I appreciate your high level of professionalism. I appreciate being able to see the passion that you have for our LT community. It means a lot. You really care, and it shows. It shows in your questions, it shows in your interactions, and you've taught me so much, and I really, really thank you for that. One thing that stands out the most to me is just how authentic you are. I love the fact that you see what you get with you, and that means a lot. It allowed me to feel warmed, it allowed me to feel welcomed, and that meant a lot to me, knowing that I was able to see Carol Helmus. And so I appreciate that for you allowing me to be Crystal Puckett. And so in that I say, leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. I had read that somewhere, but that totally rings true to you. And so I thank you, and I pray you have an amazing life moving forward. And I know that we'll still see you around. Take care. Bye-bye.
Carol, when I joined the board 8 years ago, I knew I could always come to you for advice, for counsel. It was always wise, it was always well thought out. I appreciate that you always see the forest and the trees, that you know the right questions to ask, that you always keep your heart centered on the children of Lawrence Township, on all the children of Lawrence Township. I think it's wonderful that you were born on Christmas Day, named Carol, and maybe a hint of things to come, that you have been such a wonderful servant to the community. And I want to say thank you. You will be missed, and I appreciate all you've done for the township. Enjoy relaxing a little bit and keeping your mind on easier things. You shepherded us through 2009 when the district was in serious financial trouble, and you've helped maintain a working balance for our district ever since then. And I know that those were very, very hard days for you in 2009. And you lost sleep, you lost weight. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you've done, and have a wonderful life.